Hello, and welcome to the second segment of the Home Instruction Overview video. My name is Kim O'Connor, and I am the Home Instruction Point of Contact for Baltimore County Public Schools. We would like to highlight that all the information shared is specific to home instruction or homeschooling and is not to be connected with home and hospital programming, which is a completely separate program. In segment 1, we discussed how to initiate home instruction in Maryland and covered many of the topics related to home instruction regulation and procedures for notification and registration within your local school system. We will discuss the academic subject areas that must be covered by your home instruction program, what is meant by regular thorough instruction, the annual verification process, the portfolio review, and change in status. We will begin with a quick review of different program options available to you. As mentioned in segment 1, programs may be purchased or created by the parent or guardian. However, no materials are provided, recommended, approved, or subsidized by your local school system or the Maryland State Department of Education, also known as MSDE. A major point of consideration when selecting a home instruction program is remembering the subjects that must be taught. The Code of Maryland Regulations, otherwise known as COMAR, stipulates that English, mathematics, science, social studies, art, music, health, and physical education all be taught by way of regular, thorough instruction of the same studies that would usually be taught to students of the same age who are enrolled in public schools. If you have selected an online program, the program does not override the course requirements in COMAR. If home instruction is provided through an online program and is supervised by the local school system, the parent and/or the student must be able to access the online program and the documentation that tracks the student's regular participation in each required course. This is because you will need to be able to show evidence of regular, thorough instruction during the portfolio review. If the online program does not align to COMAR's required courses, the parent or guardian must supplement it with any missing subject areas. For example, if an online program only allows the student to enroll in 1 or 2 courses at a time, the parent or guardian must supplement any missing coursework in order to meet COMAR requirements. During the portfolio review, you may be asked to share information about the course participation and provide student work samples. Home instruction needs to take place on a regular basis during the school year and be of sufficient duration to implement the instructional program. This means that you may utilize flexible scheduling as long as the instruction takes place regularly and is of sufficient duration to implement the required program of courses. For students who are under the supervision of the local school system, COMAR requires portfolio reviews. The portfolio review may occur at the conclusion of each semester of the local school system. For example, Semester 1 reviews are generally held in the early winter, and Semester 2 reviews are held in the spring. For students under the supervision of an MSDE-approved non-public school or entity, the portfolio review process is outlined in COMAR. A portfolio is an organized collection of student work. The portfolio is maintained by the parent or guardian in order to demonstrate that the student is receiving regular, thorough instruction per Maryland regulation. A portfolio includes relevant materials such as instructional materials, reading materials, examples of the student's writings, worksheets, workbooks, creative materials, and tests. As a reminder, if you are utilizing an online program under review of the local school system, during the portfolio review, you may be asked to share documentation about the course or courses completed, as well as student work samples. Be sure that you have a way to access and produce those portions that have been completed during this semester, or, as an alternative, print as you go. If for some reason a parent or guardian does not provide adequate documentation of the home instruction program, the reviewer will provide the parent with written notice of any deficiencies within 30 days. A subsequent meeting will be scheduled to review any corrections. Another home instruction procedure that takes place each year is known as annual verification. COMAR defines annual verification as annually thereafter, before the beginning of the school year, a parent or guardian shall verify the continuation of homeschooling for his or her child with the local school system or with the MSDE approved supervising non-public school or entity described in regulation. The annual verification must be reported to your local school system home instruction office to ensure you remain compliant with COMAR and the compulsory attendance law by either you or by your MSDE approved supervising non-public school or entity. Lastly, COMAR requires that any change in status be reported. If you are supervised by your local school system, you must notify the point of contact in your home instruction office for the umbrella who will communicate your change of status with the local school system. A change in status includes enrolling in a school, moving to a new address, or switching to a different supervising entity. Again, it is the responsibility of the parent or guardian to execute the change in status notification. Parents or guardians retain the right to enroll or re-enroll their student in school at any time. It is important to note that the decisions regarding grade placement and credits in the public school are at the discretion of the local school superintendent or designee, who evaluates and determines the placement of the child. This evaluation may include the administration of standardized tests, examinations, and interviews with the child. In other words, the credits and grades assigned by the home instruction entity or parent may or may not be accepted by the local school system for grade placement or credit without testing, exams, and/or interviews. This concludes segment 2. In segment 3 of the home instruction video, we will discuss special topics specific to high school age students.